The one Grammy I have is for Crack a Bottle. I couldn't even have that without him. You know, and that's why I have so much value for him, not just in my career, just in my life, because he's a guy that, one of my best friends, because I can trust that he's going to be honest with his constructive criticism when it's time to listen to the music before it goes out. I'm not him. See, hip-hop is black music, without question. And unfortunately, for some people, it's tough to accept that you got a white artist that does it better than black artists.
There's stuff from the soundtrack that's in the movie, and there's stuff on the soundtrack that kind of just feels like the movie, because we always want to make, like I always want to do stuff that when we're doing stuff from music that fits it reminds you of the, who is this guy? It reminds you of the film.
The friendship between Eminem and 50 Cent is like a big story of two really important people who are super close. They're both big in the world of hip-hop music, but their friendship is about more than just music. It's about sticking together through thick and thin, just like family. Some people might even say their friendship is like a special kind of brotherly love, called a bromance.
You know, to this day, you know what's ill about him? Like, he hit me randomly. I'll show you my phone the last time I talked to him. He texted me and was like, yo, when you gonna fly me in private so I can land on that dick? What the f is wrong with you?
Eminem and 50 Cent have been friends for more than 20 years. Their friendship started in 2002 when 50 Cent signed with Eminem's record label, Shady Records. This was a huge turning point in 50 Cent's life. Before joining Shady Records, he had a really tough time. You see, 50 Cent had signed a deal with Columbia Records, which should have been a big deal. But then something terrible happened. He was shot 9 times by someone named Daryl Hummo Baum. Imagine being shot 9 times. It's a miracle he survived. While he was in the hospital recovering, he got even more bad news. Columbia Records dropped him from their label. So, he lost his record deal, he was badly hurt, and he also got rejected by the music industry. No other record label wanted to work with him. This was devastating for 50 Cent. He was just starting his career as a musician, and now it seemed like everything was falling apart. The industry didn't want to touch him because of a song he made called Ghetto Quran. Some people even say he got blacklisted by another label called Murder Inc. Records, owned by Ja Rule. So, you can see why joining Shady Records was so important for 50 Cent. It wasn't just about making music with Eminem, it was about getting a second chance at his dream when it seemed like everything was going wrong. And through it all, Eminem stood by him as a true friend.
50, what's the definition of a wankster, man? I mean, what is that?
Ja Rule, Irv Gotti. I'll tell you personally, the Murder Inc., the people that you see like Irv, Ja, the people that are involved in the business aspect are bitches. Like, these niggas don't got no hood in them.
At this point, you might think 50 Cent would want to give up on rapping altogether, and who could blame him? After all he'd been through, unable to even record in any studio in the US. But not 50. Instead of throwing in the towel, he decided to take matters into his own hands. He headed to Canada, where he could record at the house of his producer and business partner, Shaw Money Excel. Despite all the obstacles, 50 Cent went all in. He recorded a ton of songs for his mixtape, over 30 of them. But he didn't stop there. 50 saw the potential of mixtapes and used them to his advantage. He took the hottest beats from various artists, added his own hooks, and released the songs. Luckily, the mixtape DJs loved his new songs and started playing them at parties. He dropped various mixtapes, like 50 Cent is the Future, which had support from his G-Unit friends Tony Yayo and Lloyd Banks. He also released the classic mixtape Guess Who's Back. And guess what? This mixtape changed everything for 50 Cent. Here's where the story gets really interesting. 50's lawyer was working with Eminem's manager, Paul Rosenberg. The lawyer gave Paul a copy of Guess Who's Back, and Paul passed it along to Eminem. Eminem was blown away by the mixtape. He loved it so much that he decided to share it with Dr. Dre. When Dre heard it, he was impressed too. He agreed that they should sign 50 Cent. Eminem flew 50 Cent out to LA, and eventually, he signed a record deal. This wasn't just any deal, it was a joint venture that put 50 Cent as an artist under Shady Records and Dre's Aftermath label, all under the big label Interscope Records. And that's how the friendship between Eminem and 50 Cent truly began, through music and loyalty.
I heard it, I brought it to Dre. Dre heard it, he was sold, and basically we said let's do a joint venture. Let's me and you get involved.
Yeah, this is perfect. I'm sitting like 50-50 on 50. Like,
Yeah.
cut it out in the middle, break it in half.
That's it.
You could say that 50 and Eminem owned hip-hop in the early 2000s.
This has been an incredible year for me. This movement right here is Eminem's movement, but I'm gonna hold on to this one. I'm gonna keep this one. He got a few of them.
50 told me if I win an award, he wants to come out here and hold this for me so he gets used to what movement feel like and how heavy they are, because he's probably gonna get a lot of them.
I'm enjoying myself. This is a big change in my life. I'm just happy to be present with all of these beautiful people in here. You know, I want to thank Vivica Fox for wearing that dress too.
Eminem and 50 Cent were both aiming for the top awards during this time. But here's the thing, it was a friendly competition, not a bitter rivalry. 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Tryin' was the biggest debut hip-hop album of the early 2000s, while Eminem's Marshall Mathers LP sold a whopping 1.78 million copies in its first week. Despite their individual successes, they often joined forces on various tracks. For example, on 50's debut album, Eminem featured on songs like Don't Push Me and Patiently Waiting, where he delivered some of the best verses of the year. They just clicked musically. However, not everyone was thrilled about Eminem signing 50 Cent. You see, 50 Cent and Ja Rule had a major feud going on. It was so intense that 50 even got stabbed at one point, and it partly led to him being blacklisted before Eminem signed him. Before joining Shady Records, 50 and Ja Rule had actually considered working together. But after 50 signed with Eminem, Ja Rule started beefing with both of them. Eminem, 50 Cent, and Busta Rhymes even released a song called Hail Mary, dissing Ja Rule and teasing him about never reaching Tupac's level. In response, Ja Rule came back with a song called Loose Change, where he not only dissed Eminem and 50 Cent but also targeted Busta Rhymes, Dr. Dre, and even Eminem's family. You know how protective Eminem is of his loved ones, right? So, he hit back with a song called Haley's Revenge and shut Ja Rule down for good.
Haley, what do you want to be when you grow up, baby?
I don't know. But I don't want to grow up to be like Ja Rule, so yes, kid.
Eminem and 50 Cent are famous for using their songs and other creative ways to take down other rappers they had problems with. They had disagreements with rappers like Ja Rule, Fat Joe, Benzino, MGK, Nick Cannon, The Game, Rick Ross, and many more. It's quite a long list. But during the years from 2002 to 2008, Eminem faced the toughest time of his career. He struggled with a drug addiction problem.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Beating my shit. Don't fuck with the fucking witch! Lights came on again. And we're standing there, I don't know what the fuck, I had my arm like behind my back.
Things got even harder for Eminem when he lost his best friend, Proof, in 2006. During that tough time, 50 Cent was there to support Eminem. In an interview on BET's 106 & Park, Eminem was so out of it that he couldn't answer the questions properly because of his emotions and being high. 50 Cent had to step in and answer most of the questions to help Eminem out.
Because then you can see me.
And my
Fish
arm
out.
at the same time.
Fish eye.
Fish eye, we need something.
And Dre's been working out too, so.
Yeah, Dre's going out this way, like his chest
I'm
coming
not ready
up
to
out this
reveal.
way.
Even though Eminem and 50 Cent are both big stars, they've stayed loyal to each other over the years. Eminem knows how to be a great friend, even during tough times. In 2012, 50 Cent ended up in the hospital because of food poisoning from a burger he ate. When Eminem heard about it, he reached out to him. Here's how the conversation went. Yo, Fifth, Eminem said seriously, if you got shot 9 times and then died because of a burger, people ain't gonna believe it. They won't take it seriously. That's just one example of Eminem's sense of humor that 50 Cent has experienced over the years. And it's something they still joke about to this day.